This time on low boost, I roll my fenders so I don't cut another tire. Down to third wheel. Remember from a previous episode, I really screwed up the BMW M235 at the track because I pushed the fender out, oversteering around a turn. My tire is fucking chopped. And my lip got hit by the own tire. There's chunks of it flying off, but I didn't hit anything. I didn't go off. I don't know. My day is done. It's not fun. So I'm trying to get it rolled. I got LaRoe fender manipulation here today. He's gonna roll the fenders for me. We're gonna try to fix the other one. I don't know how well it's gonna work, but we'll see how it goes. So tell me exactly what rolling fenders is.
All right, well, with a fender, most of the cars that you see will have this inner fender lip up under here. And what'll happen is if somebody's lowers their car or buys some bigger wheels and tires, they can come up and actually, the tire sidewall can catch this lip and then pull it back down, and it'll turn into almost like a razor's edge.
Kind of like what I did on the other side of the car?
Oh, exactly what you did on the other side. And it'll start slicing up the sidewall of the tire, and next thing you know, you're gonna have to buy more tires.
Great.
So you do this to try to at least preserve whatever rubber you got on the car. You try to do this before you bacon up the fender. You should realize that your wheels might be poking just a little bit. I think Ken's car got a little out of shape as far as geometry goes, and that's why he's in the situation he's in. But we'll fix this other side up, and then we're gonna take care of the hot rod.
Well, that needs it too.
Oh yeah.
Rears are rubbing a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So, as you can see, that thing is nice and tight. Should be able to fit maybe a little bit wider of a tire, which, to be honest with you, my only gripe about the M235 is I can't really fit a wide tire in the front and like it would be in an M2. So hopefully this will help a little bit so I don't make the same mistake that I did on the other side. So now Dan's he's gonna start with the back because we got those M&H Race Masters that just rub a little bit, so we're gonna see if we can change that. An inch, and he rolled the fenders in, so I don't think I'm gonna have an issue. I might even drop them again. I put some different suspension on it there, different springs, but yeah, it looks really good. Rolled up nice. LaRoe fender manipulation, folks, if you're in the Capital District. He does great work. Don't mind the shitty paint quality on my car. So, as great as he rolled the fenders, this thing still pushed out a little bit, so I might try to find another fender, a white one from a wrecked M235 or M240i. But in the meantime, I gotta try to make this bend it back somehow. So I've been heating it up a little bit. Not too hot. And then covering it in painter's tape because I got a clamp and I'm gonna try to press from both sides and kind of pull it. Not necessarily pull it out, it's actually got a ridge in it. So if I press it with the clamp, hoping maybe it'll flatten it. So I'm just kind of slowly massaging this, working my way through, and it's actually improved a little bit. I don't know if it's ever gonna be straight again, but I had a couple of dent guys look at it and they didn't even want to touch it. So it's either do this myself or get a new fender. I might just end up getting a new fender when the season's over. I think because of this though, it was because the caster moved forward a little bit with my M3 lower control arms. So I think that's part of the reason why this pushed out, because it never did this before. And mind you, it did it on oversteer. So before I went to the track, I went around a traffic circle as hard as I could just to make sure that it didn't rub, and it didn't, but I also didn't drift the traffic circle. And as you saw in the video, I ended up almost drifting that turn. I was doing it about 100 miles an hour. Didn't lose control of the car, thankfully, but this is the damage from it. So just kind of working it out a little bit. And once the heat comes off, it's gotten a little better every time I do it. So if I just keep working at it little by little, maybe it'll be semi not noticeable. I don't know. I'll keep working at it though. I'll keep you updated. So you can see imperfection in the paint because it's got a ridge on it. It still sags down a little bit lower right here. And I might have to try to push the fender up because it actually is almost flush with the light here. And on the other side, it's not. And the gap here on the fender is a little better. I kind of pulled it up a little bit, but if you look at the other side, it's a lot closer to the hood. So I feel like I pulled the fender down just a little bit, but that's better than it used to look. It's just not, it's not great. Listen, I feel you right now. So if you want to attack me in the comments, go right ahead. This was a last stitch effort to really kind of make this car not look so shitty. I don't like the way it looks, and I might try to do it a little bit more, but I might just end up trying to find another fender because I really couldn't find anybody that wanted to try to fix this because I couldn't really guarantee that they could. So this was all on me, just trying to figure out a way to do it myself. So if you guys have any other better ideas on what to do to try to fix that, let me know in the comments. You know, I really appreciate all the help that I could get on this one because I think I'm gonna get a new fender. It'll look better. I'll wait till after the track season's over. That way I can, you know, destroy this one and then replace it with a good one. So hopefully all that work is going to help out when I go back to the track so that I don't cut my tire again. I do need to adjust my suspension. I think my M3 lower control arms that I have on the M235 is what's pushing the caster forward. So I might have to switch those back to stock before I go to the track again because it still might rub a little bit. So I'm gonna do some more testing to make sure if that's the case, and I'll take it from there. So thank you guys very much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to stay up to date. I got some more uploads coming. I'm trying to upload a video every single week for you guys and try to keep it as interesting as possible and as informative as possible. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.